It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Detroit Lions and the Arizona Cardinals. All that and more coming up next.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said. The key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They'll try the air now with Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Goff. And that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Greg George deep for Arizona. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Here come the Cardinals, and it is Kyler Murray from Oklahoma who leads them out.
Drafted with the idea that he'd be one of the most dangerous quarterbacks in the NFL when he put it all together. We've been seeing that progress throughout his career. This guy's legs, we knew they were phenomenal. Arm, top-notch. But now we're seeing his mind come into the game. Reed's defense is better and better each and every week, and is showing patience as a passer as well. Not as eager to exit the pocket and finding guys downfield for bigger plays.
They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Here's Murray. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. From the 46, here's the 2nd down and 4. Montgomery on the counter. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. On the keeper, here's Goff. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
The more and more that we broadcast games, the more I realize how much this game is about the eyes. And in this case, they got fooled because the defense was checking out the eyes of the back, thinking he was getting the ball. Should be looking at the QB, shouldn't they?
A little bit of a surprise indeed, and he was able to get forward for that 1 yard. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Goff now to throw. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Murray a give. This is Connor. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Murray fighting, lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Goff now looking to throw. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now a run with Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. 19 yards for David Montgomery. And the Lions use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. You talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone. He's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to at least slow him down and hold on for dear life. But he's able to get out of a couple of tackles there, and not enough people got there in time. Pretty poor on the defensive side of the ball.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
They'll try the left side with Connor. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Again, a run with Connor. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
That pass completed to Dortch. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw, it's Murray. Got his man, it's Dortch. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Murray going to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And the pressure gets to him again. Aleem McNeil in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both 1st and 2nd down. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Levi Onwuzurike. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 64 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
This 2nd and 4. Now Goff. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Sam Laporta, 31 yards. And the Lions have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. They run behind center with Connor. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
Now Murray. Throwing quickly to Wilson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 41-yard line.
That's good for the Cardinals. First down. First and 10.
A give running right is Connor. And he's got it to about the 40. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. From the gun, Murray. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Murray now. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. You see David Montgomery heading back out to begin the drive. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Out of the gun, Goff. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Now Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Play action. It's Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Here now, 2nd and 4. On the ground, it's Montgomery. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Williams, a man in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 2. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 yards, good enough for a first. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll run with Montgomery. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They try again with Montgomery. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss result.
Touchdown! Sam Laporta with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Here's Murray. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marvin Harrison Jr., 59 yards. And the Cardinals are able to cut into that deficit. Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jared Goff and the rest of the Lions offense set to go to work once more. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
Now a play fake, and it's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Now a give running right is Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Here's Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Here's Jack Fox now, as he's on to punt for Detroit. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Well, the football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To throw is Murray. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Murray now to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. That sack courtesy of Jack Campbell. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. 4th down, Murray off, and the Cards field goal unit and Matt Prater out there now. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Prater's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him, in with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. David Montgomery and the Lions about set to begin this next series. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Gone. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy Bunting. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
That's interference. Defense.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Here's Goff. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 36 yards on the play. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point forthcoming. And the lead is up to 15 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan. Sorry, Coach. We'll catch up with you after the game. We're going to skip through halftime here and headed back to the field for the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Here's Murray. That is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Breaks a tackle. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to take over once more. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play. First down.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 116 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now Montgomery running right. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. And the Cards will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
That's good for a Cardinals.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
From the 27, Murray. Flush to his right. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
This is caught. And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Connor. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Once again, it's Connor. And he will not get in. In fact, he might have lost a yard. Back to the 2. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Come on. 2.
They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And just nowhere to go for Connor. Defense gets to him, and they mark him short. 4th down, Murray off, and the Cards field goal unit and Matt Prater out there now. Prater's kick is good, and they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Back to throw, Goff. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for in May, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. Football 101, you've got to let the guy catch the ball.
You have to know the ball is there. You have to know it's arrived. Otherwise, you're going to get flagged every time.
Murray giving to Connor on the option.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Connor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Murray. He's going to air one out. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Trey McBride, 42 yards.
And the Cardinals are back within a score.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. And Detroit back in possession of the football. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
He's got right on the short throw.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Here's Goff. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
That's complete to Laporta.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 45-yard line.
And the Lions, 1st down.
Go.
On play action, Goff going to fake the end around and look to throw.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 25-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. To the air again. Goff. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. There he goes, left side. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Lions offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the 1st half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the 2nd half.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. They start with a give to Connor.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
Right back to Connor here on 1st. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Again, a run with Connor. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. To throw, it's Murray. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Jack Campbell able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
That's Zaven Collins into the backfield with ease and making the stick.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
To throw is Goff.
That's to the tight end, Laporta.
Just a gain of a couple there. And it's second down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Now it's Goff.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on third down. Goff now looking to throw.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked up by Garrett Williams.
There he goes, right side. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Extra point good by Prater. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
So out now come the Lions.
We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. On 1st and 10 is Counter. And he is going to lose yardage here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Murray going to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Aleem McNeil picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. Prater's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Goff in this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At the 34. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Goff now looks to throw.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Goff going to keep it himself. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed...
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. Murray a give. This is Connor.
Shoves him away. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 2.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. That's caught. Hits the tight end, Ryman.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Tip Ryman.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Cards have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. Rolling. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for 2. Trying to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend the play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a... points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That incompletion brings us one snap closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Goff now to throw.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Play action. It's Goff.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Throwing again is Goff. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Goff. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
Here's Goff. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Montgomery is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Once more, Montgomery.
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
So, obviously, they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
Goff and that Lions offense staying on the field. They'll try for 2.
The Lions will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
To throw is Murray.
Throwing quickly to Wilson.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Cardinals.
Now Murray. Escaping the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
This is Connor running right. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Here's Murray. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is Scoop. Look at the big man rumble. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery. This is 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Goff.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now Goff. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. From the gun, here's Goff. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, it's Connor. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So here's Goff and the Lions. Down by 6. 30 seconds to go. They've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10. Now it's Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Goff now to throw. And that's caught by Williams. And he'll be out right at the 35.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Now Goff. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, you're at the point where you had to take the shot no matter the down. Now it's 4th down coming up, but that may turn out to be irrelevant with how little time is remaining.
One last throw here for Goff. This ball intercepted. Picked off by Garrett Williams. Inside the 10. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.